What's up, you guys? Vac Attack here, and today we're going to be doing a full in-depth review of my Phantom Thunder. Now, as most of you know, I got this a while ago on high bid, and I featured it a couple times, but I've never done a full review on it. So today's the day. So, yeah, I got this on high bid. For those who don't know, I won it for about $12 or something like that, but shipping was like $130, so it was pretty expensive, but it was a lot cheaper than one on eBay. Now, funnily enough, this Thunder is kind of interesting because it has a domestic bumper. Most of the time these would have black bumpers, but this one has a white domestic bumper for whatever reason. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, into the review. So as you can see, this is pretty similar to a Dyson DC-01, I believe is the model name. That's because these were designed by James Dyson himself. Before Dyson became more popular and Fantom went bankrupt, James Dyson was designing these. And these are pretty good machines. I love them. I wish they still made Phantoms, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's get started. So, you do have your cyclone assembly in there, as you can see. It is cyclonic. It doesn't have a pre-motor filter, which is kind of weird, but that's okay. To take the bin out, you just push this. This entire thing comes out, which could be really good for, like, if you want to, clean out the cyclone or anything. You would just take it like a can of compressed air, and you could blow the dust out, or stick it through here and do it that way too. I believe this is the motor housing. But yeah, as you can see, this is the bin. And it has a pretty high capacity. You could technically fill it up more than this, but yeah, it will take a while for this to fill up because this is a pretty large bin. And then to put it back in, you simply just, that's kind of hard to do with one hand, but you simply just line it up and it clicks into place. Very simple. You can see it says Thunder right here. This has 3 height adjustments. So you got your low, medium, and high. So your low, your medium, and your high. I run mine on medium personally because that seems to work the best for me. But I'll have to experiment with it a little bit more. This is a 12 amp Thunder. This is a 12 amp Thunder. So it does have there were versions of this that were 11 amp, I believe, but this is a 12 amp one, so that is what it is. As you can see, the only filter this thing has is right here, is this post motor filter, which is very easy to access. You just twist that, and I can remember how to. There you go. Then you just pull that out, and there's your filter, which this one I actually do need to replace soon because it's kind of dirty. I'm probably going to clean the inside of that out too at some point. Right now it doesn't have a major effect on performance, so I'm not too worried about it right now. And then you can just put that back in place. I love how this has like a little handle so you can pull it out easier. But yeah, as you can see, yuck. And then you just put this back on. You do want to make sure it's lined up properly so it doesn't go flying. And that's good. It's very easy to line up, very easy to put back on. It's very much accessible. But yeah. You could kind of tell that this was built by James Dyson because one main thing is the hose and the wand thing, which Dysons are very well known for. Phantoms have it too. So, that cord hook's a little rough. Not rough, tough. You gotta pull the whole cord out. You can see there's the power button, but then there's this release button. So you push that, the handle pops out. Very simple, very much like a Dyson. So this is basically a 90s Dyson in a way, because, you know, it was built by James Dyson, and it's similar to a Dyson, except it's not clutched. It doesn't have a separate brush roll motor. This is just a standard motor and belt system, which, by the way, I'm not sure what belts these came with originally, but you can put Dirt Devil style 4 and 5 belts on here. They will work just fine. I mean, I've done it on this and the Fury, and they work perfectly fine. So you can put Dirt Devil belts on here, specifically styles 4 and 5. But yeah, while we're here, did mention the buttons. This also has a little thing right here. That's a carrying handle. So you lift it up there, and you can carry it. Now, this thing does have a little bit of weight to it, but it's not all that heavy. But it is nice. Now we can, did show you the filters. We can move to the back. See right here, it shows whistle equals blockage. But these Cyclones do tend to kind of whistle anyway, so that's not always, that does not always mean blockage. It could just mean, that's just how some of these Fantoms are. Some of them do have a whistle regardless, some of them don't. It's very hit or miss. And obviously, there's all that info, which I'm sure is not relevant anymore because these Fantoms, I mean, this particular one came out in 1997. I can show the model sticker right here. And it was made in Canada. This also has a, I think, I'm trying to remember if it does or not. Oh yeah, this has a, what looks to be a thermal reset. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know too terribly much about Fantom, so I do apologize. You do have your release back here, so very self-explanatory. You just push it and it releases. This one is a little bit weird because you have to like push it forward a little bit for it to go in. It is a little bit weird, but it's not a big deal. Obviously, you have the base. I did show the base. This is the headlight lens. So if you want to do anything like change the bulbs or change the belts, it's not like a standard vacuum where you go underneath. You there's these two screws in the back, one on each side, and this lifts forward, kind of like a hood of a semi-truck. Then you can access the belt and the brush roll, the headlights and everything. Now this particular one has LEDs in it because Fantoms do look better with LEDs. However, I will say, I know some of y'all already know already, but in all of my my Bissell power forces, not all my Bissells, just my power forces, I did put halogens back in because I just think they look better. But I still do like LEDs on other vacuums. Real quick, I could show the bottom of this thing. You have your height adjustment right here. You have your brush roller right here, which is the exact same as a Fury brush roller. Excuse me. But yeah. Figuring out how to lift this thing. There we go. Yeah. And then this thing has wheels here, of course. They're not rubber coated or anything. So yeah, this is not ideal for like hard floors or anything because it doesn't have a brush roll shut off or anything, but it's a very good carpet cleaner, and I could definitely confirm that. I've used this thing a couple times and it cleans carpets very well. So I love this thing. Not sure how long the cord is. I want to say it's a good 26 to 30 feet. Someone let me know in the comments. But yeah. Another thing that's nice about this is it has a rubberized grip with indents. so you can grip it a little bit easier. I think that's a nice touch, honestly. This thing is very nice to use. Now, I will mention that the suction on these Fantoms are not as strong as other vacuums, but it's still enough to where, like, you know, it'll get the basic job done, but it's not, if you want something strong with strong suction, this may not be your best choice, because these tend to have a little bit of weaker suction, but they also have really good airflow. So yeah. Well, I guess that's all I can really review for now. Like I said, I'm not very good at being long with my reviews, especially with vacuums I don't know. If it's a Bissell, I could be a little bit longer because I know those very well, but yeah. That's my review of that's the technical part of my review of the Thunder. Now, we're gonna run it. And yes, I know I've shown it running before, but what's a review without running the machine? All right. Make sure the door's closed. All right. And there is a cord clip right here, which it is adjustable. I keep it up here just because it's the most out of the way. But let's go ahead and give this thing a run. My apologies, I had to mess with the height adjustment a few times. But yeah, as you can see, it's definitely a good carpet cleaner. well, vacuum, I should say, but it cleans carpets very good. Overall, I love this thing. I think it's an amazing, amazing vacuum. And as much as I love my Bissell's, there's no doubt that this is better in terms of cleaning performance and filtration because, yeah. Sorry. But yeah, that's my review on the Fantom Thunder. I do apologize if it was a bit short, but I promise I will try and start making longer videos in the future. But yeah. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.